Welcome to Geotechnical Engineering lecture series. So we are discussing the basic definitions. So in the last class we have seen three-phase system of the soil. So today we will start with the basic definitions. In that, the first definition is the water content. Water content. So this water content is denoted by small w. Small w. So how can you define water content? Water content is nothing but the ratio of weight of water to the weight of solids. Water content is equal to weight of water to the weight of solids. Weight of water to the weight of solids. So in every definition we have to determine the minimum limit as well as the maximum limit of that particular parameter. For example, in this case water content minimum value is equal to 0. When it will be 0? For example, in the dry condition there is no water in the soil. That means this weight of water will be 0. If the weight of water is 0, then the water content is also 0. So what is the maximum limit? If you keep on adding the water, this weight of water is obviously it will increase. So there is no maximum limit. That means W is greater than or equal to 0. The minimum value is equal to 0 and the maximum value is equal to, we cannot define. So it is more than 0. So in which soil the water content is more? In which soil water content is more? So we have two types of soils, namely coarse grained soil as well as the fine grained soil. So in which type of soil this water content is more? Generally this water content depends on the nature of the soil. For example, if you take fine grained soil, let us suppose clay you have taken. So this clay is having negatively charged ions on its surface. Negatively charged ions on its surface. That means a clay particle is negatively charged. So this negative charge will comes from isomorphous substitution that we will be discussing in soil structure and clay mineralogy. But for the time being, just remember the negative charge of the clay particle is due to isomorphous substitution. Isomorphous substitution. So when water is added to this clay particle, which clay particle? In fine grained soil. So water has one peculiar phenomenon, that means it can split into ions H plus and OH minus. Water being a dipole, it just splits into ions H plus and OH minus. So these H plus ions in water will be attracted by this clay particle. So that means clay can absorb more water. It can absorb as well as retain. It can absorb as well as retain. Adsorb and hold. Adsorb is nothing but a surface phenomena. That means clay has the nature to adsorb water. That means it will carry the water on its surface and it will hold for a longer amount of time. So that is why the water content of this fine grained soil is more when compared to coarse grained soil, because in fine grained soil the surface bonding forces are more. So that is the reason the water content of fine grained soils is more than that of coarse grained soil. So this is about water content. What we have discussed, definition we have discussed, and minimum and maximum value we have discussed. So in which type of soil water content is more, we have discussed. So in the next class we will be discussing about the other definition also. So thanks for watching. For more videos, please subscribe to my channel.